Alright guys, back again for another review. Big Tom.
Damien.
Today, Damien is looking really suave because we have, for a review, the Rose V2 by Eden Mods.
Yeah, Eden Mods, the guys, Andy Hobbs and Lee Adler, fellow Englishmen and mod makers of the Rose Atomizer, came up to visit us this weekend. We had a good laugh, a good drink, and it was great. And they brought us up the V2s to have a little look at, a little play, and show you guys. Fantastic weekend, fantastic guys to hang with, and basically, a fantastic Atty. Now, I reviewed the V1 Rose earlier on this year. Loved it, absolutely loved it, and was then contacted by Andy Hobbs, who enjoyed the review and started telling me about his designs for the V2 and what he was going to do with it. So we'd been speaking since then, and he was kind enough with Lee to come up and grace us with a couple of these atomizers. Now, the original V1, basically, it was only 175 made, and they were on a list on UKV. They basically did that so that they could gauge people's reactions and find out if there was any changes they would like to make, what people liked about it, maybe disliked about it, and then go into production with their V2 and make it massive so it can be accessible to all. And that is what is going to happen. These are going to be out there. There's, I think about hundreds being made and being sent out, and resellers all over the world will be getting these.
Definitely.
They'll be available at Vapist. They'll be available at Big Buddha.
That's it in the US.
In the US. Also at the Vape Room, I believe, in Philippines, Le Gadgets in Malaysia, and somewhere in Australia. I will put up the link later on. But basically, yeah. I want to take a little vape.
Yeah, so the guys did grace us with their presents and the Rose V2, and I could say we've both not put them down since they left.
Absolutely fantastic. Now, I loved the V1. I thought it was fantastic. And but there was some bits that could have been changed, and they have addressed those issues. The V1 had the same adjustable airflow. It's basically the same looking mod, the same looking device, but the adjustable airflow now, before it was 1.5 mil, that's what it adjusted to. It has now been bored to a 2 mil airflow. What else have we got now?
We've got the bigger holes for when you coil in with your ceramics.
Your lead-in chamfer, basically. Yeah. Some people did have issues of leading those coils in through the ceramics and basically getting them to connect and bits and moaning and blah blah blah. Now they have bigger lead-in chamfers to make it easier to coil, and it is indeed a lot easier to coil. We also have a new clear tank. The original was acrylic. It is now polycarbonate. They still come in a brush finish, but if you do want one polished, you're going to have to polish it yourself, like this one here. The grub screws have changed now. Before they were 1.27 mil, so you needed the 1.27 mil Allen key, which is a rarer Allen key. So if you lost that, it was a bit more trickier to get a new one. Now they are 1.5, which is a lot more easier and accessible in case you do lose your Allen key. And there's also been a change on the base unit. Now, there were some issues with the Rose V1 where people were using those golf forks to basically tighten up the bottom of the Rose V1, and they would scratch and slip and mess the bottom of your Rose up. Now inside the base of the stand, they actually have a unit where the Rose V2 stand, the Rose V2 sits inside. You use a piece of steel and it will tighten up, and therefore, I'll show you on the close-up, and therefore all those scratches and all those worries are gone, and it's integrated into the stand, which is an absolutely fantastic little accessory. You still have your juice control, you still have basically your ceramics. You get actually 2 ceramics in this kit, and chuck that up over. I remember on the last one, remember how excited I was about the box, and I was going mad about the box. The box is fantastic now. The design, the presentation, we have the Eden Mods logo on the box. Inside, it's all decently presented.
Oh, it is beautiful.
You're also given your O-rings, you're given spare grub screws. Yeah, there it is. Beautiful. A nice long Allen key there. One of the longest Allen keys in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Now, like I said before, these were only available, the original, the V1 on UKV. There was a list and everyone bought one there. So a lot of people were sort of like, I want one, I want one, I want one. So the guys have gone out of their way and made a shitload. And remember, Eden Mods is a very small company. There's only kind of 3 of them involved, and that'd be Andy Hobbs, Lee Adler and Andy's dad. And so it's quite an impressive feat what they've done here. You do get a steel tank with it for your tank crackers, and these are going to retail, we know at Vapist, at £130. So a bit of money. But at the end of the day, it's a very high-end atomizer. If you look at the K-Fun 3.1 ESs, the Squapes, the Typhoon GTs, they're all around that £120 mark, but you do get a lot more bang for your buck here. So what we'll do now is we're going to go down to the table. I'm going to show you the Rose V2. I'm going to show you it next to the Rose V1. We're going to have a wick and coil. We're going to show you the box, all the bits and pieces you get, and then we'll come up and give you our final thoughts. Miss Moneypenny, this atomizer is good. So here you have the Rose V2 by Eden Mods, fantastically presented in this lovely little box here. We have the Eden Mods logo, Rose atomizer. It even has a note and a warning that it contains fragile ceramics. We have St George's Cross there, proudly made in England. Lovely. So let's open this up, take a look inside. Once again, I'm really sort of taken back by the presentation here. It is absolutely fantastic. And there we have your V2 in all its glory. We have the new stand, we have the Allen key, we have these pots too, which contain 2 ceramics, your O-rings and your grub screws in here, your new polycarbonate tank, and also this piece of steel here, but all will be revealed soon, and your Rose V2. There it is in all its glory. Now, they are not doing a shined version of this at the moment. I had this shined myself. They are doing them in the original brushed finish, like the first V1 here, as you can see. But it's entirely up to you whether you want to get it finished in this polish or keep it brushed. So let's take out these pieces first of all. They also throw you in some wicker wire here from Stealth Vape. You get some Canthal A1 and 96% silica wick 2mm. So that's lovely. You are ready to rock and roll. So here's your new stand as well, which is great. It has the usual drip holder there at the bottom. On the top it has the 510 for you to stand on your Rose on top of. And then there is your new integrated tool design there. So what would essentially happen is you would take the bottom of your Rose V2, you will find the holes like so, and turn to tighten or untighten. And in that way you'll save scratching the bottom of your Rose. Okay, so let's have a little look in your pots. In one of your first pots, there you go. You will get your 2 ceramics. My other one is already inside the Rose. And in this pot, you will get all your spare O-rings and your spare grub screws. Lovely. Now here is your Allen key. Now it is now a 1.5mm Allen key. Before it was the 1.27. There is a slight difference in size now. But yep, there is your new Allen key ready for wicking. So let's have a look at the Rose. So another major difference on the Rose V2 is the adjustable 510 pin that we get now at the bottom there. Before it was fixed, which did cause some problems for some particular mods which didn't have adjustable 510 connections. But now you have a nice brass adjustable 510 there. Now also that's been replaced is like on the original. We had some lead-free brass, which was on this connection point here. It is now stainless steel, as well as the screw that sits inside on the bottom of your Rose there. These are now stainless steel. Let's take this bottom piece off now. Really lovely threads. And there we go. See, all my ceramic is already in there. We now have larger holes inside, ready for you to coil. And also, this new part here, which is what this piece of steel is for. So obviously, when you are putting this, let me just, reattach this. There's just so much going on. Onto your stand, to tighten or untighten, you will put this piece in here, and then that will give you the option of being able to unscrew or tighten. If you've tightened it too hard or too less, you have the option of using this piece, so that is provided for you as well. Same setup as the V1. You have the chimney, which also acts as the juice control that sits on top over your coils, over your ceramic, like so. You have your metal tank, your top and bottom caps. So let's have a little coil, shall we? Now I'm going to be using 3mm Bacero silica wire here with 4 wraps of 0.2 Canthil. So we're going to put our Allen key inside and release those grub screws like so, and on the other side like so. Now you can do it either way. You can have the ceramic out and place the ceramic in already wicked, or like I do, and that is simply placing your wire in through the holes as the ceramic sits in like so. Get your wicks on either side, get them in there and tighten them up. And the same on the other side. Now let's have a look. I will put this on the Danny and just check my coils. I might have to just slightly adjust my 510 pin because I now have that option. Just let it come out a little bit more. And there we go. Okay. Just check out your hot spots. Just a little bit of movement. Nearly there. And there we go. Lighting up a treat. I'll check my resistance. 2.2 there on that one for me. But being on a Danny, I can boost up the wattage like so. Then what you're going to want to do is trim your wick. If I can find, there we go, excuse me, there we go. Trim your wicks up. Now I like to trim these completely flush so that when I'm using my juice control chamber and I tighten it all the way down, no excess silica is accidentally cut off and goes into my juice. Because obviously if you tighten that completely down, then some of your silica will actually get snapped off and into your juice. And there we go. Now what I'm going to do is just put a bit of my Mrs. Lord's spotted dick onto the coil and on the sides, just to get her started. And there we go. Place on my bottom cap. I'm going to be using, I think, my polycarbonate tank on this one, as I really do like to see my juice, and spotted dick is a safe one. Put on my chamber there, like so. Top cap. And get ready to give her a fill. No pun intended. And just like originally on the V1, we fill from the bottom like so. Put her in. Take my juice. Oh, I'm running out of this. I'm going to need to get some more. And there we go. That is her filled. So, let's put her back together. Screw down my chamber. Place my base. And use our integrated tool just to give her a nice tighten so we're all secure. Onto the mod, and let's take a little vape. And it would help if I opened the air hole. And once again, we now have a 2mm air hole as well option if we want to. Lovely. Now also, if you owned the V1 like I do, and the V1 didn't have any adjustable 510, they have also now brought out the adjustable 510s for the V1, and it's quite nice and simple. You just basically remove your old 510, which you can see a bit tarnished from some of the juice that's on there, and we now have a stainless steel adjustable pin. It goes into the Rose V1, as easy as the other one. Screw it on, and we now have an adjustable 510 connection for the Rose V1. But the Rose V2 there from Eden Mods, absolutely stunning. Vape's a treat. Gorgeous, brand new stand with an integrated tool, so no more worrying about scratching the bottom. Stainless steel tank, fantastically presented, and an absolute outstanding atomizer. One more vape and we'll get back to chatting away. Beautiful.
Alright guys, so after looking at the Rose V2 and the Rose V1 up close, as you can see there is a considerable amount of differences. But let's be honest now, it's English made, it's fucking bang on. Well done, boys.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to please a lot of people. I mean, there were some issues with the V1. I mean, the fixed 510 connection, I mean, that was one of the first things that was an issue, and there was some mods that it wouldn't basically work with. So they have made now the adjustable pin. The lead-free brass parts inside that would tarnish with juice, They are now gone, and you are now, it's all SS. 316 grade stainless steel. And also, if you are a Rose V1 owner, do not panic. Kits are being made available for you, even they've started going out now, for the adjustable 510 kits, for the stainless steel pieces inside, to get rid of that lead-free brass, so you don't have to keep polishing it up and when it gets tarnished with juice. So there are those kits out there. So it's not like, well, I've got a Rose V1, that's unfair, I would like the adjustable. Those kits are now available for you. So you saw it. It's a fantastic, beautiful looking, amazing vape, and it really is. Like I said, the Rose V1 was my favourite atomizer. At the moment now, it's the V2. It's absolutely stunning. I love it. It looks great on pretty much anything really. I've got it here on the Danny in the 18350 mode, 1.8 coil, and vaping like a dream. And I have well, spotted dick, and we all know how much I love to stick spotted dick in my mouth. Especially dressed like this, sir.
So we do all go on about presentation and everything like that. I must say, me personally, when I got this given, I took at least 15-20 minutes just to appreciate it before even wicking it or anything. It is made amazingly. As we said before, it is made by two guys. It's designed and marketed by another guy, and then the dad father helps them out. Amazing piece of kit. It's now going to be worldwide, which is awesome for the English guys that are making these mods and that is. And it's bang on, guys. What more do you want? It holds nearly 4 ml of juice. Fucking vapes like a beast, and it looks amazing. So
now the release date is coming very, very soon, but the best way to check would be to go onto the Eden Mods Facebook group. I will put that link above my head right now. There is a pinned post at the top to tell you where the resellers are going to be, and pretty much all the questions are already answered on there. And we know how much Andy Hobbs loves being asked questions, so yeah, just question Andy Hobbs as many times as you like, and repeat yourself as many times as you like, because he loves answering any question that you get, especially when's it being released. That's his favourite one. But like to put a big thank you out to Eden Mods, guys. I think they've really outdone themselves on this. Big fan of the Rose V1. I still am. I will never get rid of my Rose V1. I do have actually now the adjustable 510 kit in this, but the V2, just those extras, it just gives it that more of a punch. It looks fantastic. About 95% of the V2 extras are compatible with the V1. So like I said, if you have a V1 and you don't have the money, those kits are available for you to get just those little quirks sorted, but I would go out and get a V2, you know, I really would. It's fantastic. You know, we were given these for free, but this is totally honest, you know. We became friends with Eden Mods, but only after I did the original V1 review. Yeah. But my wife will be buying one, so I will be contributing anyway. So, you know, god damn it, I wish I never showed her. Why don't you just have me V1? She went, oh, I want a V2. You've got a V2, I've got a V2. So there you go. But massive shout out to those guys, and like I said, it's going to be available for everybody, and I totally recommend it. If you love your dual coils as well, it's fantastic. I do like a good dual coil. Bang it on a Danny Extreme or a DNA 20, get it up to 15 watts and just smash yourself with that flavour. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, scores.
Wow, what can we say? Well, first of all, English made, awesome, beautiful, vapes really well, looks 10.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. I mean, the brushed one is on the Vigo there, looks absolutely fantastic on the GP Paps X, even though the GP Paps X is 23mm, because of the airflow control on the Rose, it kind of makes it look bang on. I've had this on my Shine one, on a Shine Nemesis, looks fantastic. On the Danny, it looks fantastic. You know, it's absolutely smashing. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 for looks.
Without a doubt. Vape wise, well, we all know how you say it up is how it vapes, but it fucking, as you can see, vapes like a dream. Flavour is immense. It's got to be one of the best for your flavour atomizers out there, period.
Yeah, as a silica atomizer goes, at the moment for me, this is top. Usage, far more easier than the Rose
Oh, yeah.
V1. For those that did have trouble coiling the V1, like I said, the chamfers are now got bigger holes in it. It's so much easier to slip in those ceramics in there. It's so much easier to get them grub screws to connect, and it's bang on. And it's just basically what you like to vape. You can test this in various ways. Once again, you know, like Just Poo did, he even managed to get, I think, 6 coils.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah.
6 coils. I'm never going to actually attempt that. I might go for the 4 quad coil, but I do like a dual coil. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 for actually how to build, because, you know, it still isn't like a K-Fun where it's just wash and off you go.
Yeah.
There is a little work necessary, but that's part of the fun for me. I do like having a good fiddle.
Oh wow. But for me as well, this is the main thing, and I'm sure Damien agrees with me on this, presentation wise, with stuff like, we've had stuff like the Bavaria being thrown in a bubble wrap and sent through. When you get spares and stuff like that, they usually come in bags and stuff like that. These, as you can see, come in little pots. So as you can see, the presentation is
like little pill pots. We was worried at first.
The presentation is amazing, you know, even just down to having the Allen key fit through the pots, so your Allen key doesn't go missing in the box. It's fucking brilliant. I'm sorry for my language.
Presentation is great.
Awesome.
Presentation is really nice. You gotta love it. So yeah, well done to those guys. It's gonna be eating soon. Like I said, get on that Eden Mods Facebook group. All the resellers are on there, so you will know where to get them. There won't be any sort of like, you know, I can't get one. You will be able to get one of these, you know, and I would highly recommend it. Yeah, definitely. So well done, and thanks once again to Eden Mods, and yeah, thank you very much for watching this review, and we will see you on the next one. Stay safe.
Get a fucking brew.
2 sugars for that, sir?
Yes.
Take it easy.